Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this big planet, my good friends. This is Dr. Cherry from the Arid Zone. And oh my God, what's behind you, Dr. Cherry? Well, we are still into the deadly plutonic window involving the police, drama, death, sex, secret, Russia, wake up call for the president, and so forth. So we are moving into the uranic, shocking, unusual type of window. So I decided to prepare you for something original, something different, put it this way. So I have my universal chart behind me, put some electricity. Looks good, looks like me. Weird, special, unique. All right, so today, the newsletter that I wrote, and as always, you must read it because you may not be audible, which means you may not hear or understand or assimilate my work if with your ears, but you may do very better by reading. Okay, so you're visual, so that's why you have to read the newsletters. Plus, there is a bunch of stuff in that newsletter, very interesting, that you must read. All right, so this newsletter promises to again bring some feather, upset and even vex people. The title by itself is SOS to the World for the 17. We are moving into that shocking window for the next few days. We're going to talk about Tom Cruise losing it, why he lost it. We're going to talk about my prediction of Rancho Santa Fe mass suicide in Rancho Santa Fe many years ago. That prediction was made on John Rappaport, the radio show. There is other predictions that came out of the blue. I was surprised to land on that piece of paper, giving you very solid proof of my predictions. Again, Dr. Chiri is probably the only astrologist out there who's not only a real prophet, unlike John Hogue, who wanna be like Nostradamus, but also give you, the green where the mouth is. So we're going to discuss all this as we go along. First and foremost, my windows always depict earthquakes at or above 6.0. And today, during this negative window, again, Dr. Tree did it. 6.1 earthquake near Sarangani in the Philippines. Okay, this window just started, so there is more. This window means also a sudden release of energy. So my UFO cosmic legacy should be trusted because you also had kind of a big volcano that erupted in Italy. So you know what? All you have to do is to click on Etna volcano, strong eruption from new southeast crater. The keyword is volcano. The keyword is earthquakes. Keywords is children, crazy, unusual, shocking news, cosmic news, UFOs. Don't make these things up, my friend. Dr. Cherry is real, you like it or not. And if you look at my latest UFO movies on Amazon, you will see that you can only love me or hate me. Okay, that's why I have over 75% of 5 stars and kind of a lot of 1 star, but a very, very minimum. What I say a lot is a very minimum. That tells you that people who vibrate at my cosmic speed, people that are smart, the superhuman, the curious, those born with an advanced UCI, unique celestial identity, these people can relate to my cosmic speed and to my wisdom. And many of them, like me, are able to enter the archetypal realm of supra cosmic consciousness, while the young soul, the religious fanatic, the atheist, are forbidden by God himself to enter these marvelous worlds, these subtle forces coming from the cosmic code jurisdictions where God speaks to us through the sign I translate for you regularly. Air pollution, a cause of 9-year-old girl's death, landmark ruling finds. The word children is mentioned. A 2-year-old was abandoned at goodwill. If that is not shocking, I don't know, but it is shocking and it's involving a child. Children, keywords. This dad spent 30 hours getting a tattoo on his son's birthmark. That's a good dad, okay? And the word children, it's there, and it's not every day that you have a dad that spent 30 hours to get the same replica as the birthmark of his child. You understand what I'm saying when I say original, unusual, very different than the last window, which involved death, drama, sex, secrets, wake-up calls. You get it. You get it if you keep listening to Dr. Cherry. All right, what else do we have? It turns crazy. Hundreds scramble for Trump pardon. The word crazy is there, okay? They know it's not going to be in power for long. There is plenty of those politicians that are rotting in jail to start with, thanks to Pluto in Capricorn and the tail of the dragon in Sagittarius. I will explain all that to you in time. Police dress as Santa and elves for drug raid. When is the last time you heard about the police dressing up like Santa Claus? Isn't that unusual? Isn't that weird? Do you understand the type of energy that I'm trying to pass on to you that actually create the news and affects you? Let's talk about Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise reportedly scolds new crew members for violating social distancing measures. I don't ever want to see it again, ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. If I see you do it again, you're gone. And if anyone in his crew does it, that's it. And you too, and you too. Cruise can be heard saying in the son's exclusive audio tape. Isn't that shocking? Remember, my friend, how many times you heard me saying that? If you're a serious watcher of my many videos, I told you a million times, in the eternal battle between emotions and logic, emotions which are fears and security, okay, indoctrination from religions or anything that is conspiracy, okay, your logic goes through the window. Emotion will always win. So Cruise, understand that Cruise was born July 3rd, 1962, under the sign of Cancer, okay? And the links are live. So if you're a Cancer and you want to know about you, click on Cancer or any other sign of the zodiac. It's free. And it shows you that astrology is far from being a pseudoscience, my good friend. So, like America, July 4, 1776, he was born with a positive dragon's head in the sign of Leo. And Leo was the art, fame, acting, the stage, okay? And that's why people like Schwarzenegger, Madonna, Clinton, Obama, Michael Jackson, all those guys born in August are set by God to reach fame, to reach the light. Okay, so if you have a lot of Leo, you'll be famous and you can handle it. You won't hang yourself or kill yourself. If you're not, you're going to have a problem because it's a very, very difficult, very special, unhealthy lifestyle. So, having the head of the dragon in the sign of Leo in the second house of money, like the United States, okay, it reflects both the US and Cruise immense wealth, okay? Now, ruled by the sun in the house of money, God wants him and the US, America, to shine with such an incredible wealth. And Leo is the boss. That's why America is set by God himself to be sought as the leader of the free world and not putting in a box like Trump has done with his negative stars. Again, there is nothing against Trump. Remember, okay, if you heard my video before, I'm not a politician. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an astrophile. I'm an astrologer. And astrology deals with stars. And because the head of the dragon in 2020 is in Gemini, and our father, okay, Trump, the president, the most powerful man on the planet, as also the head of the dragon in Gemini, we talk about him 24/7 because Gemini was radio, television, newspaper, anything and everything that means talking, talking, talking. That's why 24/7, everybody's talking about Trump. Now, once he's being removed, okay, for another year, we'll talk about him. And once this dragon moves, it will fade away. It's just the way it is. And so will, of course, COVID-19. And if you remember, I told you, once president is out of the office, all the affairs involving COVID-19 will get much, much better. And there you go. The vaccine is going on. Okay. There's more to say about the vaccine, of course, but that is for another show. So now you have to remember that he was born, okay, with Saturn. Cruz was born with Saturn. Saturn is the career maker in the world of Aquarius. Aquarius is like the cherry. No, the stars, the UFO, incredible, the geniuses, the crazy people, whatever you fits you. If you like me or if you don't, I'll be a cuckoo. If you don't like me, I'll be a genius. If you realize I am real, that's your decisions, okay? Based upon your stars connecting with mine, if they are harmonious or not. Because I can dance on my head. If your stars are negative with mine, we're never going to be friends. It's all written in light, but many of you are not educated or don't have enough cosmic consciousness to realize this fact. So being born with Saturn, who rules the career in the world of Aquarius, and knowing Aquarius rules technology, space, NASA, the future of humanities, there is no accident for him to have been picked, okay, by the stars and to be the main actor in the futuristic movie Mission Impossible 7. It's all so very simple when you have cosmic consciousness to understand this subtle phenomenon. Excuse me. Now, but why so much fear of disease, you may ask? Well, there's two very important points here. Well, a little bit more, but that's for my VIPs. First, Leo is ruled by the sun, which is life force number 1. And this sign rules love, romance, fame, France, Italy, nations of lovers and artists, even affect our language, making it attractive, okay? And in life itself, that's the sun, Leo. Thus, if you're a Leo, or if you are any sign of the zodiac with certain area in the sign of Leo, or you're a natal or hidden dragon for that matter, that means all Leos nurture a fear of death and decay. It is a sign of love and light. So if you're a Leo, you're going to have a fear, natural fear to die or to get sick. There you go. Stars have spoken. Again, there is much more involving the fear principle of Saturn and where the real deep fear of catching COVID-19 comes from, okay, as far as the cruise is controlled. But that is, again, for our VIP and my Patreon supporters who get this very, very high type of cosmic information. And believe me, when you read the real reason to why he has fears about disease, all that I just mentioned about Leo will make sense, but so much more when you hear the real thing. Okay, so the question is, if you're into real astrology and if you want to learn more to what it means to be human or understand the real fear of this actor, well, first watch my movie on Amazon Prime. It's all about astrology. Then become a VIP. And you're going to hear the rest of the story from Dr. Cherry. And that will change your awareness, especially if you're born in July, like Tom Cruise. Good to understand why you might have so much fears. All right, so then the golden keys to what it means again to be human are clocked in our local solar system, okay? And all these spiritual phenomenon But both the well-organized, supremely wealthy, reptilian-infected, religious and scientific matrix have indoctrinated humanity and control all the media and all the source of information. This is why I hope to come one day with the good news and tell you, you know what? Guess what? I'm going to be on TV. I'm already all over the place, don't get me wrong, but I don't have a national stage. Okay. And because the future is the reincarnation of the thought, and because I have a lot of good thought from all my supporters who want to hear more and realize that my mission is serious. Okay. I will end up doing something like this in the near future. And as we are moving into this television, new age, astrology, UFO type of windows, maybe something knock at my door. You know, it's all about surprise. Okay, so and you'll be the first one to know. You need also to realize that these windows rules ETs, extraterrestrials, and UFOs. Okay, and they don't come here on this dense physical world, my good friend, when they feel like. They are using very specific uranic energy. So it's time. Get your camera, okay? Get your camera, okay? And go somewhere. Make sure to wear gold. Stay away from metal. Leave your truck behind, your gun, your tools. Don't be like fire in the sky, okay? Our good friend who was electrocuted, Travis Walton, because he does not know about extraterrestrials. He was just uninvited. He was caught with metal, the opposite of gold, love, light, protection, and life. Okay. And next thing you know, the reptilians knock him out. And it took like 3 or 4 days for the Draconis, who are watching very closely, to put him back alive and drop him somewhere. Okay. All right. So there's quite a lot of interesting things involving UFOs. If you did not yet watch my movie, take the time. Take the time. And most of all, watch the one in astrology. Sad enough, the world is not understanding just yet the critical importance of bringing back astrology in our college university, because everything about you is all the essence of the stars. You are a child of the universe. You understand it or not. You are the powder. You are the firmament. You are all, and all is that is our solar system. But the scientific community can only delegate this metaphysical world with their 5 limited human senses. That's why they give you rational information of a conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. What the hell is that going to do to your life? It's entertaining, it's educational, but would you like to know exactly how this conjunction is going to affect you at a personal level? Watch my movie on Divine Astrology and give me some stars. And if you have any question, I mean, even if you do that, I tell you what I'm going to do. If you give me a little compliment, give me my 5 stars, just click on the 5 stars, okay? What you're going to get is a mini reading. Just ask a question, one question, okay? And I'll be there. I promise you, I'm going to be there. I'll read your feedback, okay? And then I'm going to give you my feedback to what you can expect. It ain't going to be a full live reading, because a full live reading means that you have to be with me for at least an hour and a half, even though there is no time limits in my consultations, okay? But you know what? There is no easy answers. To know your soul's purpose, your financial situation, your mental process, all about your security, your real estate endeavors, all about your love, romance, creativity, children, all about your health, your service to the world, your marriage, the type of people you're going to attract, the metaphysical residue, your corporate endeavors, your high study, your connection with foreigners, the law, anything to do with your career, your wishes and friends, those that will support your wishes, your subconscious motivation, where Draco will talk to me for me to translate to you directly. Is that where you're going to have a shock? Okay, you will realize that I'm not making it up. I'm real. My UFO protective legacy is solid, and all the people that are coming nonstop to me for readings are just blown away. And then, but that's me to know and you to find out, of course. And some of them leave me some endorsement on many of my YouTube videos. So unless you experience it for yourself, there's not much you can say. Not much I can say either. But believe me, Daily Getting with Dr. Cherry for 1 hour, and then you receive your audio tape in the compressed file, okay? Or the video on the compressed file, and you reevaluate this information, and you have all the prediction 2, 3, 4 years ahead of you with very specifics. Now you're going to see who is a real prophet, okay? All right, what's wrong with my camera? It moved. All right, so remember, there's no accident, okay? Anything that happened is a subconscious message, so that you should pay attention to what I'm saying to you. All right, so what I'm going to do next time, I'm going to put I'm going to share something on that screen, okay? You should be able to see it. I hope you do. It's the chart currently of what we have above our head. You see the tail of the dragon in Capricorn? I mean, in the sign of Sagittarius. You see the head in Gemini. You see all the planets that's going on here. My next video, if you want to, let me know. Yes, Dr. Tree, I'd like you to do an explanation of the progressive stars above our head. Your chart will never move. It's always the same, okay? Including your dragon and hidden dragon or your planets. Okay, they are progressive, don't get me wrong. But all the rest of the stars are moving. By the time I print that, 3 seconds later, the moon has moved. The moon moves and changes sign every 2 or 3 days. Some planets stay there months, some years. So I can cover all that next time. So if you want me to do that, say, hey, Dr. Tree, I'd like you to do a progressive energy of the current stars above our head and how they affect me and the destiny at large. It ain't going to be, again, a private reading. You get only this type of thing when you're with me, facing me on Zoom. You get your chart on the left, and I go and explain every single house. And you're going to say, oh, this house with no planet, that means there is no life here. No. You're going to die. That's the 8th house. This is the corporated money your witchcraft residue. This is how you connect with foreigners and how you're learning. This is your career, your public standing. This is your wishes and friends. Yes, you're going to have a lot of wishes, a lot of friends coming your way. And this is your subconscious, where God speaks to you, where God gets your heart beating, stop an infection, where Draco will speak to me for me to translate right there from the 12th house, from your subconscious, okay? And then, because there is no planet, the ruler of these houses are hidden. There is no dead houses. The 12 houses represent the 12 specific area of the human experiences. And all those planets emphasize the energy of the signs and the affairs of the houses, okay? And all houses, every houses and every planet are both positive and negative. That's why I exaggerate with your sins and virtue. And if I have to dance on my head to pass on the energy, because you pay me a lot of money, $700 or $350 is a lot of money. So I got to make sure that you get your cosmic awareness to the roof, okay? And all the predictions, that's going to be, again, sent to you in a compressed file once we are done. And I give you very, very specific month. And I teach you very specific universal laws that apply to you, especially those involving the black moon right here, okay? This is tremendous information that can make a major contribution to your success or your failure in this lifetime. So if you want me to talk about that next time, just, you know what, Dr. Thierry, give me a thumb up, okay? And then let me know. Of course, you're going to have the young soul, the infected, reptilious idiots. The first thing they see, they never watch anything. They just come and give me their dropping. This is how it is, okay? You cannot help everybody. So as far as those predictions are concerned, there's all sorts of things that we can discuss. Another thing here, 5,000 years old relics from the Great Pyramid discovered in a cigar box in Scotland. Again, the keywords is very old and very new. Aquarius was the very old disappeared civilization. The Incas, the Mayan, the Sumerian, and all these disappeared civilization used the stars and extraterrestrials connected with them. So believe me, inside of that box, there was a ball, a hook, and some pieces of wood, okay? It is not with a ball, with a hook or a piece of wood that the Egyptians built the pyramid. It is, well, with the help of the draconis, who stimulate the mind of those your early engineer, and with their advanced technology, they build the pyramid. Again, you're not going to say that to the Egyptians, but if you go to Egypt, you will see them running around with their donkeys. That tells you how much they have evolved. The Middle East is a Pisces country. Okay? They're all stuck in their tank. That's why the Pisces on the negative fish, the negative rules poisoning. That's why this part of the world poison the world with oil. It's the most productive oil area in the world. And then they poison the world with their religion. The youngest, deadliest religion, the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims were born in that area. And they poison the spirit as imposed by the reptilians who created all these religions because they cannot survive without your fear, without your conspiracy bull, without your insecurity, without chaos, without death. These are dark matter. That's why those are giving me a thumb down. They're infected. They're part of the darkness. Okay. And there is no return for these people. The point is, once they pass on and they create their reality almost immediately, they're not going to be prepared psychically to really, really understand what to do and not to do once you pass on. I teach all that, if you ask me. Okay, one more time, you have also read those letters that I got from Med Marketing, where you will see that I predicted the Rancho Santa Fe mass suicide. You will also see a letter that I found from Channel 8 in Las Vegas. I really thought that on Tracy, when I did a show with Tracy, that I was making that prediction, but it was with another show because it was so long ago. Read all these important letters, understand that Dr. Thierry is real, understand that I want to help you, okay? And it's all free on top of that. Now, anything else? Hey, you want to get more? It's only when a student is ready that a real teacher will appear. And I am the real teacher. You can believe me. All right. So for the time being, realize again, another earthquake took place. There is more shocking news coming your way. So make sure to come back and read that newsletter. It's critical that you come back and you read it again and again and again, because I'm going to add all my vision as they transpired. Okay. Again, you have the links for my movies. Okay. Go there. Give me my 5 stars. Click on the 5 stars. Tell me if you have any question for me, just put it there and I will answer you to you. Okay. And then until then, just be cautious. Okay. It's a crazy time out there. We are all in the game. It's going to end January 2022 when this dragon change. Remember, this coronavirus took place in the exact same pattern than the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu took place during the same dragon axis. Okay. And the new dragon in Scorpio is coming, which is pretty nasty, because Scorpio was life and death and rebirthing. And you have elected a president, which is a Scorpio. President elected Biden was born in November. So you see the type of lives he had. That's what you're going to experience, like you had with Trump, experiencing his duality, his lies, his changing his mind, and conning everybody to send him money so he can face all the legal problem that's ahead of him, so to speak. But you have elected a salesman. You didn't elect a president. You elect a salesman, and he's gonna do and say anything you want as long as he can produce chaos and divide, because that's Gemini do. Split 2, 4, 6, 8 Gemini. All right. So, my good friends, wear your mask. Keep your distance, be smart. Don't be afraid so that you won't attract coronavirus, okay? But at the same, be smart, okay? Wear your mask, wash your hand, and keep your distance. You don't need that shit. You really don't, because there is more involving coronavirus that you don't know. And about the vaccines, you want to follow science. Life is a constant process of change. We all grow. Once you get the real information, the solid information, and you don't let your fear, your imagination, or stupid conspiracy take over you, you will realize that science can be trusted. When I was a kid, my dad died of a very serious lung disease. The entire family had to have an injection. That's what SEF does. Okay, so you need to understand the limitation on how far you can trust science or conspiracy, for that matter. But we'll discuss this at another show. All right, my good friend, we come at the end of that meeting. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Everything is moving on. Be ready for shocking, interesting news in the future, and I'll be there to put them on in my newsletter. See you later, alligator. Bye-bye.